Hey, how's it going, guys? HOMELESSRYDER here, and welcome to part 2 of my how to make your own Spigot Bucket Minecraft server tutorial. So last time I made a video on this, we went over how to get all the basic files and then how to get some of the initial files to start. And so I'm going to go over more of the Bucket GUI. So you can go into Super Start, and you can obviously, I showed you how to do your Java version, but you can also select how much RAM you want the server to be able to use just by using this slider for the maximum RAM and the minimum RAM you want it to use. I'm not going to be using this server for my RAM, so I'm just going to set stuff real low. So you can set all this custom stuff. I'm not really going to mess with all that. You don't really need to mess with any of the maintenance over there. It'll give you some error logs. You got a task manager. This is where you come to install your plugins. So I'll just show you guys. You type in Essentials. Obviously, don't have to do that plugin, but it will show you a big list of all the plugins that have Essentials in them. I will just install this Essentials. It actually doesn't look like it's the right one. Let's see here. Alright, whatever, I'll just install this, and then it will give you what version it's good for. And then you can just click on what you want. You can double click it, and you can have it installed. But I'm actually going to come over here. Another plugin that I like a lot, and I will probably do tutorials on it in the near future, is the Citizens plugin. So you can search and see there's a lot smaller of a list, but then it shows you what version it's good for. So double click on there, select the one that you want, and install selected version. And then it'll ask you if you want to continue, just hit yes. It will install it. And then when it's done, this will pop up, and you can just say OK. So next you can come in here for your server options. But before you can do that, I actually did forget. So you got to come into here, double click on the EULA. It stands for End User License Agreement. Change this false here and set it to true. You can read more about this online, but basically the EULA is just stating that if you were to make any money off of your Minecraft server, it can only be either via donations or something that benefits people across the server, or something cosmetic. Basically, it's stating that you can no longer have your server be pay to win. So people who donate to you aren't going to have any advantage. That is completely against the rules, and they can shut down your server and even take a legal hand against it. So now you have that set to true. Just hit save, and you can X out of it, and then start your server again. Once you have that set to true, you can go ahead and just watch this. It will go ahead and start generating more of the files over there, as you can see. If your Windows firewall has blocked some of the features, just check what it is, and since it's just Java, I'm going to go ahead and allow access. But as you can see, it's doing the very initial preparation of the server, preparing the spawn area, just doing all the very basic stuff to generate the files that it needs. So we're just going to go ahead and let that run for a minute. It shouldn't take too terribly much longer. It's got to spawn the seeds for world, the nether, and the end. But real quick, we will come in here and let's maximize this. We can see what all. We got whitelist, got user cache. There's your Spigot. Server properties, which we will go over here in a minute. Then you got your plugins folder, and you can see that Citizens is in there. And all of this, and while I am thinking about it, make sure that you do not delete the update folder. Whenever a new build tools is released, you can just go download that, and then you can just double click this run again, and it will reinstall everything needed for the latest version of Spigot. So now this is done. You can see it says done. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop. Make sure you don't hit kill unless it's absolutely necessary, because it can corrupt some of your files, although it will warn you on that if you accidentally hit that. So I'm going to go over to server options, and it gives you everything that would show up in your properties.yml. Things such as the level name, enable query, allow flight. You can set your server IP, force game mode, spawn NPCs, whitelist. Something that you should probably keep set to true is this online mode, and basically if you set it to false, it allows people who have basically gotten an illegal copy of Minecraft to be able to play in your server, but if you keep online mode to true, those people cannot play. Something else you might want to set is PvP to false, just depending on what kind of server you have. You can go in with other plugins such as World Guard and World Edit. You can set specific areas to be PvP enabled, so that's completely fine. So whatever you want. You can set your max players. Say you want this to be 5 for your max players. There's all sorts of cool stuff in here, like a message of the day that you can set just straight up through here. And then once you're done, it automatically saves it all for you. You can make backups. And then there's options and info over here. And I'm really not going to mess with anything because I haven't done it before. But if I do learn stuff about it, I will make a future tutorial on what you should mess with in there. So there's all your plugins. And again, you can just go ahead and start your server. And then I'm going to go ahead and load up Minecraft. And then I will log into my own server through localhost. And I will show you that it is working. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now I do have Minecraft loaded up. So I'm going to go ahead and hit multiplayer. I'm going to go to direct connect. Take this out, and I will go to local host, all one word, and join server. This way you can join your own server without having to port forward and all of that. So you're going to go ahead and log in, and this might take a little bit for your first time around. And boom, here you are. You are in your own little Minecraft server. That is not port forward. I do apologize if this looks a little laggy, because I'm recording it with Camtasia, and Camtasia, it doesn't seem to like games like Minecraft for recording. Anyways, I'll go ahead and disconnect. You guys can see that it's all working. And actually, let me go back into that if this would load. Let's go back to direct connect, localhost. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys that citizens, so you do /plugins. Boom, it says citizens down there, but it does say that it's red, which is what I was kind of hoping for. So if you do /plugins like that, it'll show you all the plugins that you have, and red means that it's not working. So what I'm going to go into is that sometimes these Craftbukkit plugins, they are not updated right for Spigot. So if you just go into Google and type in whatever you want, like citizens and then Spigot, you can go ahead and find a lot of links on their forums and stuff where people have went ahead and updated it for the maker of that plugin. And then that's how I got it working on my main server. So you just go ahead and do that, and a lot of times you can find the correct version of the plugin for that specific Spigot version that you're running. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for part 2 of my how to set up your own Spigot Minecraft server tutorial series. If you enjoyed, be sure to tap that like button down below. Leave me a comment for anything else you might want to see. And aside from that, guys, thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and peace out.